Oh, by the way, it looks so cute.
Oh yeah, here. Wait, here's the link. Is this the one?
No, I think it's...
Oh no, it's yours. It's yours.
Hey guys!
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Do you see it on your phone?
Yeah, wait. Okay, let's just take a beat.
Good morning, millennials.
We're podcast recording. Are we recording? No. Okay, we're going to start the show in 3, 2.
Good morning, millennials. If you are watching us on YouTube, we are so sorry, but honestly, it's not our fault. YouTube was down all day yesterday. Apparently, they are still down. We cannot get our live stream to work, but we can do it from our phone. So we are going to lose all of our fancy cameras that literally cost us $1 million to set up, but we're live, so that's all that matters. It's Friday. We're really sorry, but hopefully this is good enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than just doing a podcast, which, like, absolutely nobody wants right now.
I know. No one needs podcasts. No one needs audio.
They need the Fichemin. They need the Fauci. They need the Dr. Fauci.
I do think people genuinely need to be inspired by my beauty, and that's what I'm here to do, be a model for society.
Yeah, so we, like, took the time to get cute today. We weren't going to let that go to waste by just doing an audio recording.
Exactly, but thank you guys for staying with us. We'll chat a little bit, make sure everyone can get on the live.
We are, like, so off-centered.
Are we?
And, like, fucked up.
Whatever, we're live, you guys.
But we're live, and that's all that matters.
This is really just, this is live television, people. Theo's scratching his ass on our brand new white carpet. Our live stream barely is working, but we're alive and we're live, and that's literally all we can hope for. Can I see what we look like? Because
yeah.
My phone is doing the live stream.
Theo usually knows the cues when we do 10, when we count down from 10, and then we start the Good Morning Millennials, and he always gets into position, but now he's just walking around because he has no clue what's going on, as many of us. Oh, I don't mind the blinds. Okay, let's see how we're looking. Oh, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks great. And you guys can hear us? Woohoo! Okay, cool.
We just have to talk loud for the YouTube live stream, but whew, okay, I mean, what drama, that's live television, that's all I could say, Rachel McAdams didn't just, turn Good Day Today, or whatever that show was, into the #1 show on television. Things take time.
Things take time, but we're here, and this is such a Friday mood.
Yeah. I'm sweating from all the excitement.
Yeah.
And I'm slightly out of breath.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. We missed you.
We have missed you. We hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episodes. We had a ton of content this week because we had Dr. Burks, we had the Snatchler, which people are really responding very positively to the Snatchler's appearance on our show yesterday. I think that she was a little hesitant to come out the day after she got laid off and just talk about it, but I don't know, it's so relatable. People are getting laid off left and right. It has absolutely nothing to do with their ability to perform their job.
I just spilled all over myself, but I guess it's good news that our camera is shit today because you can't even see. It's part of my tie-dye.
Also, it's tie-dye. It genuinely looks like a bleach stain. That's so funny.
There's something wrong with this coffee cup that sometimes when I take a swig too hastily, it flies out the side.
You're a hasty swiggler.
It's a crazy thing. Yeah, no, the snitch was such a treat yesterday.
Treat.
Everyone loves a little snitch on the toast.
But
hey, snitch on the toast.
Say
oh, snitch on the toast.
That's right.
Snitch on the toast. If you're ever feeling down, which I feel like I'm feeling down 5 times an hour these days,
yep.
Just sing snitch on the toast, you guys.
Well,
feel it in your soul.
I've been feeling down pretty much all week, but yesterday was my best day in quarantine to date, and honestly, I was really inspired by some of the messaging you gave me after yesterday's show. I was talking about how I might wash my hair, and that just kind of led me to wash my life, Mm-hmm. I cleaned my house immaculately, literally vacuumed, mopped, scrubbed toilets,
Same. I scrubbed my shower. The soap scum is what it's called.
Yeah.
Literally, I was on my hands and knees, and Zach then came home. He was like, "Did you use gloves?" And I was like, "We have gloves."
Oh.
I was on my hands and knees using a paper towel, and my hands were cramping.
Yeah.
Every crevice of my apartment. I vacuumed, then I Swiffered, then I Cloroxed, I cleaned everything, I did my Peloton, I was so productive. I made chicken in my apartment.
Okay, so I literally was so productive. I cleaned my whole house, I cleaned my whole body, my face, I felt so good. I shaved my legs, I was just feeling like I needed to get out of my body. I wanted to be someone else. So then my house was immaculate, and Ben's parents called and they ran out of toilet paper, and Ben didn't want them to go out. So Ben ran to a grocery store by their house and got them toilet paper, and that grocery store was deserted and had just restocked on kosher beef. So Ben had a party. Literally, he got ground beef, ground turkey, chicken breast, and I was like, Ben, go crazy. And he said, no, I'm not gonna go crazy because other people went crazy and I couldn't get meat, so I'm gonna be responsible. But he came home, he got groceries, we literally disinfected every piece of food that came into our house. We reorganized our fridge, our freezer, and then we cooked a feast, and it was just like, I feel like I'm now quarantining like human beings should. Like I live in a clean house and I'm eating real food. I'm not having a bowl of cereal for dinner every night.
No, I am like cooking. I was so exhausted by the time I got done yesterday
Yes.
after I cooked, Peloton, cleaned from top to bottom, showered, changed my sheets, duvet cover, etc. And then I like got into bed. Now I had been on my feet all day. Like I couldn't function.
And then I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians and First Wives Club in the living room, so I didn't get into my bed till 10 o'clock. Also, I ordered on Amazon over a week ago a mattress pad for my bed because I've been having some major lumps in my mattress, and I can't order a mattress right now, so I got this like fancy latex thing. It arrived yesterday too, so I got into like a new bed with a new body in a new apartment, and it was just so new.
That's so nice. No, it was like a very productive day for me, but then afterwards I was like so defeated. I didn't feel good. I was just like sad.
Oh no, I felt exhausted. Like I hadn't felt tired from moving, and I also learned a TikTok dance, which got me really sweaty. I'm a savage. Classic, bougie, ratchet. And nudie, nasty. Acting, stupid, what's happening? What's happening? I'm a savage. So like between all the activity, I was just genuinely tired at 10 o'clock. And that's not a feeling I felt in a long time. I haven't been tired from moving in over 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And I started a new book last night. I was gonna start the Redheads book already, but I just kind of want to read all weekend, and that's not gonna take me long enough. So I started this book when we were mermaids. It's free on Kindle Unlimited, and it's actually really good. I feel like I haven't gotten into a good book. I've been reading like mediocre books, and it's a good feeling to get into a good book. A good morning millennial.
I love a good book.
I love a good book.
So we are obviously going to deliver the Fast 5 stories for you. We're going to recap the premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I am technically a Kardashian. Kim tweeted back at me last night.
Crazy
We're
times.
also going to recap the Toast movie of the day, which was First Wives Club. And I think Jackie and I are on the same page. And I don't want to disappoint people because based on the Instagram comments, people were like,
people's
yes,
favorite movie.
but
It just wasn't for me.
it was
At
not
least
for me.
not last night. Maybe I just wasn't in the right headspace, but the energy of the movie was just way too frantic. And they needed to calm the hell down.
Well, that's what we were saying. Diane Keaton is always playing the
She's-
same character. She was playing that character, but young.
No, totally. And just like Bette Midler, and people are gonna literally come to my house when the quarantine's over and like stab me. But she's just like, I couldn't take her energy.
Oh, you know what? Of all the characters, she was the only one I could tolerate. I like Goldie Hawn.
Only because she
pissing
was
me
like
off.
so rational, and
Yeah,
I liked that.
And Goldie Hawn's like lipstick and cigarettes and hair and like alcohol was like making me like if I was around her, if I was in that friend group, I literally wouldn't be able to look at her in the face.
And
She
no
was
one
so
liked her
disgusting.
lips.
Yeah, she was disgusting. Like I couldn't take her, and then Diane Keaton was just like being so annoying and indecisive and frantic, and I couldn't
And
take her
she's
either.
married to the dad from Seventh Heaven, who's a child molester, and like.
Right, and I couldn't take her seriously. I'm like, this is the type of guy you're into. So then I was left with Bette Midler, who was the only one with a real head on her shoulders. And when she started going after Goldie Hawn, like I was with her. Like Goldie Hawn was disgusting. Like I've never really seen
No,
a
I
resemblance
totally agree.
between Goldie Hawn and Kate Hudson until this movie. Not that Kate Hudson's disgusting, but they were just talking really similarly, and I was like, oh, that's her mom.
Yeah, no, totally. We'll recap it at the end. People
Oh,
are not
okay.
gonna like what we have to say, and I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. I'm just saying I didn't like it last night.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Should we just recap it?
No.
Okay, because I have a lot of
I
thoughts.
can't.
But I wrote down all my notes about Keeping Up with the Kardashians and First Wives Club on my phone, which is being used to live stream, so I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, you'll just have to wing it. Okay, well, without further ado, now there's really no concept of time. How long have we been live for? Who even knows? But
Who
I'm
cares?
just gonna go ahead and say that it is time to hit you with the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. The podcasters got the crunch, the video people did not.
So allow me. Now, this would normally be the time of the show where I would have something to say, but you know, times are tough. Brands are just, they're not spending like they used to. So, to be honest, you know, we've always wanted to keep a sense of transparency with the audience. I have absolutely nothing to say because nobody's sponsoring
Wow,
the
and
show.
so you're not gonna step on my toes even though I'm wearing Rothy's?
No, and I would never step on a pair of Rothy's.
Even though these Rothy's do
Look like they've been stepped on.
Best thing about Rothy's, you can throw them in the laundry machine, but in Driving with Ben's original song, I am running low on Tide.
Are you?
Yeah, so,
I have a lot extra if you want.
okay, I might need some.
Are you doing laundry every day?
No,
or
I
once
mean,
a week?
I was sticking to my once a week schedule, but we're going through more clothes than usual because when I wear like a blouse on the toast, I don't put it in the laundry afterwards because it's a blouse, like.
But you're
and-
taking it outside.
But now I'm wearing pajamas every single day,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing the pajamas for 20 hours a day, so I'm washing my pajamas every day. But sometimes I wear something just to sleep, and then I'll wear it again the next night to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll recycle pajamas
Of course.
in real life, but not in quarantine life.
Oh, you won't?
No, because I'm wearing them for so many hours of the day when I'm not wearing deodorant.
I
and
have,
it's like
I have day
stinky.
pajamas and night pajamas.
Yeah, when I'm like done with my activities for the day, I'll like shower around like 4 o'clock and get into my pajamas, and they're just like my evening pajamas.
Your evening wear.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm doing more laundry, more towels, our shower. We have like a faulty shower.
You do?
Mm-hmm. And it leaks onto the floor, and it's been like really bad, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And so like every time we shower, there's a massive puddle, so then we have to lay a towel down. So now we have like 8 towels wet, soaking wet
but
every
it's so
day,
smelly.
and we're running low on Tide.
Do you have, is the water coming out of like under, is there a gap between the floor and the bottom of the door?
No, it's like there's a step almost,
Yes.
and it's just coming down the step. Like I don't even know how it's getting out.
You gotta get like a seal, you know, some wax.
We've had like so many handymen come over, and honestly, like I'm just gonna put my landlord on blast because like they literally have fucked us so hard. We've been talking about this with them since we moved in 1 year ago.
Oh,
and he
God.
refuses. He keeps on sending different people to come and get different quotes because every quote is like kind of outrageous. I guess it's a really expensive thing to do. Okay, it's your apartment. If I can fix the shower
Fix the shower.
before it starts leaking down below and it's gonna get moldy.
Fix the shower. Someone's gonna slip and then you have a real
I never
lawsuit.
roasted my landlord on the show, but like
Roast.
it's not even the landlord. It's the landlord's lawyer.
Roast, sister, roast.
It's a morning roast
It's
today.
the morning motherfucking.
Because you know, if he was ever gonna watch an episode, it wouldn't be the one with this quality.
No, he'd be like, this is what this girl's doing. How does she pay her rent?
Okay. Oh, I already said without further ado. Oh, where did my stories go? This is weird.
Today's episode is just having a hard time.
Wait, hold on. No, I can find them. Oh no, I can't find them. Wow, that's weird. Spooky stuff. Okay, I'll remember what I said because our first story of the day. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle flee coronavirus in Canada for California. So, in news that we all saw coming, but you know, some people on Melanie Bromley didn't believe, is that Meghan and Harry are moving to LA.
I mean, this is obviously not shocking. We knew she wanted to just become a megastar and go to the Met Gala, but it does seem weird timing. Like, as of today, the U.S. has the most confirmed cases of coronavirus. Why
That's so true.
would she flock here from Canada when Canada's, I think, a little bit better off? Like,
I'll
why would
tell
she
you
just
why.
wait a few months?
I'll tell you why, because Prime Minister Justin Trudeau just announced that the country's borders are going to be closing, so that means that she won't be able to get to Beverly Hills, she
But
for a
there's
while.
nothing going on in Beverly Hills.
But it's not about Corona. It's like she wants to move to LA. If he closes the borders, that might put a halt for 3 months on her move to LA, and she's got big plans.
I know, but by the way, like, no matter how big your plans are, like, none of them can come to fruition right now. Everyone's quarantined.
Listen, nothing's gonna stop this girl.
But nothing. Also,
Not
yesterday,
even coronavirus.
they made the formal,
Coronavirus!
I love that TikTok sound. They made the formal announcement what her partnership with Disney is. She's narrating one of their movies. They just announced 2 movies yesterday. One of them is narrated by Natalie Portman. The other is going to be narrated by, they quote her as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. So I don't think she goes by a last name anymore. Which I thought she wasn't able to use, Duchess of Sussex, but whatever. It's about elephants and it's being produced by Disney Pixar. And she is narrating it. So I love those movies. I watch like Our Planet every night before bed. And I'll probably watch this one too. But honestly, when it comes to nature and animals, the only person I want narrating my documentaries is David Attenborough, the old British man. He's just sensational.
I know.
He's like the Morgan Freeman of Britain.
I'm excited to hear Meghan's voice, and now they're calling her Meghan, One Name Wonder, and Duchess of Sussex. But I think it's because like in these Corona times, like the Queen's not going to be like throwing some like what's the word?
Legal. Trademark, intellectual property cases, infringement.
No, it's with an L. Some.
I know the word you're
You
thinking
know
of.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. Hold on. I know. It's like when someone is known for like.
Litigious.
Yes.
The Queen's
Litigious.
not going to be getting all litigious.
No, her son has coronavirus. Like.
Yes,
She's busy.
Exactly, she is busy. So I feel like they're taking the opportunity to just go hard with the name.
Did they say what neighborhood she's moving into? Like
Beverly Hills, she.
Oh, really? I feel like she would be out in Hidden Hills, like the security.
No, she's moving to Beverly Hills. Like I'm telling you, this girl has big plans.
She does, but you know what? I feel like Harry has been wanting to live in Beverly Hills for a while. Like he's always been somewhat of a recluse, is that the right word? And he's always been a celebrity more than he's ever been a royal because he's never had a real claim to the throne. So I feel like he's just as excited about this move. Like he is just as thirsty as she is.
Yeah, also like Meghan's mom lives there, she's from there, and so like them moving to LA is totally fine. Just why did you guys pretend you were moving to Canada? Like what's with the lie?
No, what was the pit stop in Canada?
No,
the
like,
layover.
just to like pretend to us like they weren't being like thirst monsters, but like here's rule number one of being a thirst monster: go hard or go home.
No, in the
Or
words
stay home.
in the words of the original thirst monster, Lisa Rinna, own it.
Yeah.
Just own it. Like, I'm the thirstiest bitch alive, and that's why when I call other people thirsty, like, I genuinely don't mean it as an insult. Like, I respect
the
thirst.
hustle so much.
But hiding behind your thirst as if it's like a genuine like reaction to something or a genuine motivation, like that's where I feel like thirsty can be negative. But if you're gonna own the thirst, like so you want fame, you want money, like who doesn't?
Right.
You're just human if you're thirsty.
No,
but if you're lying
if
about
you're
it.
trying to be like, no, we're gonna live a small life in Canada, you know, very reclusive to give our son privacy, then you're just a liar. So then you're a liar.
And then you're Camille. You're such a fucking liar.
Camille. Sources are saying, quote, this move was planned for some time. They realized Canada would not work out for various reasons, and they wanted to be based in the Los Angeles area. When did they realize Canada wouldn't work out? Yesterday, when they moved 2 days ago? Like, I can't, and I motherfucking went.
This makes no
Corona
sense.
times. I have no time for the lies.
We have no time for the wenting either, you know, even though we have only time.
Yeah. They have a big support network there. It's where their new team of Hollywood agents and PRs and business managers are based.
Whoever wrote
Meghan
this
has-
article.
It's just shiesty.
Yeah.
Is of course the UK Sun.
Yeah, oh, they're so fucking shady.
Meghan has lots of friends there, and of course her mom, Doria.
Well, that's the most important part. I didn't realize she was from LA. So basically, it's just her moving home. So it could even not be a thirsty move. She genuinely just wants to be at home with her friends and family. But what was with the layover in Canada? I just need some clarification on that.
Could they not get a direct flight?
No, and by the way, the house that they ended up living in Canada was like a waterfront oasis on its own island, like off a cliff. It was stunning. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but wasn't it like someone else's house?
Maybe.
Like they were never planning. It was just their temporary home. It's not where they belong. Pictures and rooms that I'm passing through.
Passing through.
This is just a stop
Stop.
on the way to where they're going.
Going.
They're not afraid
Afraid.
because they know.
They know.
This is their temporary home.
I don't even know that song.
It's a Carrie Underwood song, and it's like honestly so beautiful.
Can I just say,
Thank
like,
you, Claudia. That's beautiful.
the trend of doing gender reveals on TikTok to Carrie Underwood's beautiful, wonderful, perfect all American.
Is that a trend?
Girl, I absolutely love, and I just want to like get pregnant and have a girl so I can make a gender reveal with that song. Like I'm claiming it. It's so beautiful.
That's really crazy. I had no idea that was a trend.
And then
What
it's
if
like,
it's a boy?
and, well, they choose something else, but then it's like the dad is on it with the kid, and he's like, and wrapped around her finger with a beautiful, wonderful, perfect. It's just sensational.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing, and I'm just trying to find my story.
We are so messy today, but you know what? I think it's better that there was no sponsor. Like no one would want to be attached to this piece of trash.
That, you guys, everything happens for a reason. Okay, next story is a story that I'm just like feeling so touched by. Because the New York Bake Shop is selling donuts with Dr. Anthony Fauci's face on them.
Oh my god, that's a very young picture of him.
Yeah. Dr. Anthony Fauci, one of the nation's leading disease experts, continues to work on the front lines to inform the nation about the coronavirus pandemic. Now, Fauci's face can be seen on the, Fauci's botch can be seen on the front lines of a local donut shop as a way to honor the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. Donuts Delight in Rochester, New York, which was actually the epicenter of the New York coronavirus cases, introduced a new collection of donuts featuring Fauci's botch. It just started as a tribute, the shop owner said. It started as a thank you, but it's sticking, and I think it's great. People are stuck at home, and what's happening is it's starting conversations. Whether they pick it up for someone, it starts that thinking outside of the box and giving back.
Okay, but I just feel like we're missing one major, thing here, and that's Dr. Birx's face on a cupcake. Like, she's just as prestigious, working just as hard, just as smart. Like, excuse me?
And like, more beautiful than ever.
No, and it's like, is it because she's a woman?
Yeah.
I would hate to think that. New York Bakery, or whatever you're called.
I would hate to think that as well.
I also saw a TikTok of Charlie D'Amelio eating a piece of caramel cake in her house last night, and it made me want it so bad. So when I do like get groceries next, I'm going to get myself a mini caramel cake.
Oh my god, I did something crazy this morning, and it really affected my day. Maybe that's why I felt better this morning than I did last night, but I weighed myself. Because I just wanted to know, where am I at? Am I doing anything right or wrong?
What's
Like,
the damage?
I need to know if I, like, what I'm doing, because I've never eaten like this in my life, where I'm making my own pasta, but I also have a Peloton in my house.
Right.
So I was just really confused, and like, I couldn't even see myself in the mirror, you
What
know?
were the results?
I'm the same.
You can tell everyone what you weigh.
Should I?
No,
Like,
I don't know.
I
But
only,
I didn't pick up
honestly,
spot
I
like
only
that.
tell people if what I weigh if like someone would write it up,
They're not going to, so save yourself.
you know?
Like, I personally,
But honestly, like, and I know they won't, because we literally had Dr. Burks on this show, and like,
And
still only,
no one
I mean,
would.
only CNN would respect us.
That's
Like,
so
that's
true.
so crazy to me, that like, that's so interesting that she came on this show, she recognized us, and they didn't write it up, so no, I'm not gonna tell you what I weigh.
No, definitely not. I have a joke in my special about like one thing related to my weight, like, and I don't even say the weight, I just say like a general ballpark, and I still want to die. Like, it keeps me up at night that that's gonna come out soon, and like people are gonna know, like, around a number. Like, but it was such a funny joke. Like, sometimes you just gotta sacrifice your own like sanity and protection for a good joke, and it was a good joke.
It's like, maybe I should just tell people what I weigh, like, to just shake things up.
Scream it,
Such a
sis.
shaking
Open the
morning.
window, shake it up, Chicago.
I wonder what, actually, I was about to say, I wonder
Can I
if you-
guess? Oh,
Sure,
is that
okay.
a terrible game?
You get 3 guesses, and if you get it, I will tell you.
How tall are you?
I am 5'1".
Okay, so the BMI is like, they say you should weigh 105, but that's still some bullshit.
That's not what I weigh.
I'm gonna, and by the way, I don't want you to be offended at all.
No,
if
I
it's
won't.
too little or too much.
I'm hoping that you don't get it right.
Because in my mind, I should weigh like 100 pounds, and I don't. So like, I obviously have a very skewed like view like of weight. But I'm gonna say like one. You're so small. Like 116.
No.
Was I higher or lower?
I don't want to say because I'll give it away.
Okay. One. I feel like I was too high. That's so crazy. Oh my god, I literally weigh so much more than you know when I count myself. 113.
No.
120.
No. But it's in between.
1 and 3.
It's in between 1 and 3.
Okay, so let's leave a little mystery.
Let's leave a little mystery.
I love that.
Now my turn. I actually wouldn't even know. I'm the same way. Like, I can't.
I mean, no, it's fine. I'm not embarrassed. I weigh 100 pounds.
I can't see weight. How
I'm
much
ready to weigh
is Theo
102. He weighs, well, it depends like when you're weighing him.
Everyone's guessing my weight, you guys.
Oh god, scroll, scroll.
136. Oh no, maybe they're saying their own weights.
Oh,
That's a beautiful trend to start. Let's just let it out.
yeah, you guys do it. I'll watch. On a normal day, like when Theo's being walked every day, he usually weighs about he usually weighs about like 18, 19 pounds. He probably weighs about 20, 21 pounds now just because he's not getting
He's double sick.
his full hour walk, and he hasn't gotten a haircut, and his hair does weigh a lot. So, I mean, I love him and accept him at any weight, but obviously I prefer him to be a little lighter because I literally can't even think about these days.
Yeah, and your back is bad. And
Yeah.
It'd just be better if he was a little lighter.
And if he's just like smaller, he can sit like on the edge of the couch, but he's limited by his weight right now. But again, I love him at every size. I'm very size inclusive.
Nice. Anyway, so the moral of the story is like, I feel like even though I'm not eating great, and I'm eating a lot of carbs actually, because carbs are keeping me full, and then I don't have to like make as many meals.
Totally.
I think like making my own food is really healthy.
I think it is too.
You know, even if it is pasta with cottage cheese, which I made the other night because we were talking about it on the show. And
You
guys
know what's going into it.
Yeah, and it's like really not so bad. And I feel like I'm not eating like the healthiest meals, but I'm not eating huge amounts.
I agree.
So that's a good lesson to be learned, and the Peloton definitely helps.
Yes.
I did a great class yesterday. I'm actually looking forward to doing another one today.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, next story, which made me so mad when I read it in my newsletter this morning that I just had to share. Ugh, I wish our cameras were on because I feel like we're being
I know.
so funny.
I know, it's like an iPhone. Trash.
Can you see me?
Oh my god.
Can you see me now? By the way, we're using our microphones for the podcast listeners because there still are more. Bless you. Even though there are
Excuse
less
me.
podcast listeners than usual, there are still more podcast listeners
Than
than video
video.
watchers. Okay. Grocery store throws out $35,000 worth of food that woman coughed on in a twisted prank. A woman played a twisted prank at a Pennsylvania grocery store on Wednesday by purposely coughing on about $35K worth of food, which had to be thrown out, the supermarket said.
Fucking moron.
Today was a very challenging day, Joe Fasula wrote on the Facebook page of Garrity's supermarket chain, which he co-owns,
Where's the supermarket? Let's support it.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, what's it called?
Garrity's.
Garrity's.
A woman who the police know to be a chronic problem in the community. Wow, imagine being described as
By the
that.
police.
proceeded to purposely cough on our fresh produce and a small section of our bakery, meat case, and grocery.
Oh!
Authorities are working to get the woman tested for coronavirus, he said. While there is little doubt this woman was doing it as a very twisted prank, we had no choice but to throw out all the products she came in contact with.
Of course!
Working closely with the Hanover Township Health Inspector, we identified every area that she was in, we disposed of the product, and thoroughly cleaned and disinfected everything. She should have to pay back everything.
I agree.
And then she should be arrested in prison for life.
I genuinely think that people who like do pranks like all the time or like are known to be pranksters are assholes. Like
Are big,
we talk about
big losers.
that guy like who he's that like French YouTuber and he picks up celebrities and he's always being pranksters, and whenever we report on it I always say the same thing, like you're a fucking asshole. Like if you're an adult and you still think that doing pranks is like the coolest thing that you could do, like you're an absolute loser. That girl who crashed the Chanel fashion show, like I didn't think that was funny, like I thought she was an asshole. So these are the types of people who I just generally dislike, and in the age of quarantine, like how dumb are you? Like all these stories, that YouTuber who licked a toilet seat and as a joke ended up getting tested positive for coronavirus.
Mhm.
That basketball player who touched all the microphones as a joke ended up getting tested for coronavirus positive. Like this is not the time to be funny. This is not a joke. I don't watch your pranks. I don't think you're funny. I think you're fucking annoying.
Yeah, and like just the word prank, I can't,
So-
unless it's done by a Kardashian, like it's just not gonna be funny.
No, and by the way, there's a difference on pulling pranks on your friends and pulling pranks on strangers. Like sometimes I'll get videos on my Instagram following page of like random like YouTubers doing pranks on people in the street, and honestly it's not funny. Like pranking random strangers that you don't know is not okay. Like pranking your family, like you wanna prank your sister, I totally get it. Getting it on video is funny, but like to embarrass a random stranger you don't even know, don't even have their consent, like who the fuck are you? I hate pranks.
Yeah, same, agreed.
So I do love a prank phone call every now and then. That was like a full-time activity when I was in middle school.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was middle school, and that was before you had an iPhone that could keep you busy, like it'd
Yeah.
your own fun.
And then that was before there were apps that could detect, like, it could take down the *67 and show you who was really calling.
Yeah, and also that was before TikTok. Like if you had TikTok, you wouldn't be bothering with prank phone calls. You'd be like, I'm a savage.
Classic bougie ratchet.
And then you'd be like this.
Stupid, nasty. Acting stupid, what's happening? What's happening?
Okay,
I'm savage.
next story, really exciting, but like, is it? Rihanna releases new music for the first time in 3 years, upsetting fans because she released a song with Party Next Door. She is a feature on the song. Obviously, everyone wants a new album from her, but this is what we're getting for now.
You said it perfectly, Jackie. Very exciting, ... Is it? I was excited, and then I listened to it, and she's like barely on it, and it's, unfortunately, I had other expectations, but unfortunately it is just nothing of the sort. Hate to say it.
Hate to see it. You know what I listened to this morning? The new Dua Lipa album.
Not as good as what I listened to, the new 5 Seconds of Summer album.
Ooh, I can't wait to do that as well. The new Dua Lipa album's really good. It's reminding me, I feel like she's gonna like combat this a lot, but it's very like Lady Gaga.
She is, to me, like the millennial Lady Gaga, like from her whole brand, like obviously the music, but the costumes and the dancing, like she really reminds me of a more toned down, like Gen Z Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I like the album. It's full of bangers. I love her vibe, and it's great. It's just funny when she's like singing these love songs, and they're probably about her boyfriend Anwar Hadid.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like think of him as like Yolanda's little son from Beverly Hills, and it's like this heartbreaker.
No, I know, and he dates like everyone. He gets like creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme. But to me, he's just like 13 years old.
Bella's
like,
brother.
Bella's little bro.
Totally.
You know.
And he is just like such an interesting guy, like what does he do every day?
I think he models.
Hmm.
And then he probably like takes photos with his friends and stuff, on like
Disposable,
old cameras.
digital, yeah.
And he probably like goes to restaurants and has meals.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think he has some meals here and there.
I just feel like he would be bored a lot,
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people would be bored a lot, but now everyone's like pretending this is the first time they're bored during quarantine. That's my favorite thing. Like people
Totally.
who don't spend all day, all night in their house and pretending like this is a new sensation.
Totally. I'm feeling very much at home during the quarantine.
Yeah,
just a little
I'm
bored.
open about it. Like I spend a lot of time at home. I say no to life, and my life isn't actually like that different in quarantine. Like there are times where it is a lot different.
Yeah,
But
just
like,
because your husband's home.
yeah, really true. But there are people who are just like, oh my god, I'm home all the time. What am I gonna do? And it's like that's your life.
Yeah, no, it's really not that big of a deal. But just really quickly back to the 5 Seconds of Summer album. absolutely sensational, banger after banger. Like these dudes, they couldn't put out a bad song even if they all put their heads together and tried to. It is so good. I absolutely love them. I love all the singles that came out for the album, and they really like gave a good vibe for what the album's gonna be. It's like there's rock, there's soft, there's anthem. Like it's just sensational.
There's rock, there's paper, there's scissors.
Yes, there is. And you know what? Sometimes this is a Friends reference. There's a little fire.
Ooh.
Fire burns well.
Rock, it burns rock.
It's just from Friends. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds like French.
I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Okay, was that the fifth and final?
There was a fifth story that I can't seem to find the link to, and it was about how the Hallmark company is giving away 1 million cards so that people can write like nice stuff and like send them to each other during coronavirus.
Cute.
Coronavirus! But I can't find the link, and it's really not that important. It's just like a nice thing, and it's Hallmark. And
No, and also like I'm really hot and I'm over this whole YouTube setup. So let's just
so over it.
let's quickly dive into the First Wives Club, which was our choice movie of the day. Just not really iconic, you know? It wasn't a bad movie by any stretch. And to be honest, when it all made its way to the end, like where they were all getting revenge, I did like that.
I stopped halfway through and I thought I wasn't gonna finish it. But then everyone was like, the last scene is iconic, the last scene is iconic.
No,
So
it's not.
I was like, I owe it to everyone to finish the movie. And it was cute, and I feel like if I had watched it in the 90s, it would have been part of my
Yes.
my soul. But it's kind of like maybe how the people who watched Heartbreakers for the first time last week watched it last week and were like, what is this movie?
Oh, really? I didn't think that a lot of people felt that way.
I
Did
feel
they?
like people felt that way. I feel like just when you see it when you're younger or at the time, and it's like everything of the sort, and now like 20 years later, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think unless you saw it at an impressionable age, it's hard to be impressed by it now. I've just seen too many movies.
That's it.
That is it.
That's it. Unless you saw it at an impressionable age, it's hard to be impressed by it now.
But you never quote me like I always quote you.
Yeah, no, but that you just summed it up.
Yeah, I obviously was star
And that goes for a lot of movies.
Yeah. I love the Sarah Jessica Parker like whole thing. She was actually like a good actress, but it's so funny how she literally has had one role in her life. Like of course she's done other things, but she's never really done anything other than Sex and the City. And she just has the same mannerisms as Carrie. Like she can't not be Carrie. Like even just the way she was like putting her hands on her chest, I was like, Carrie?
Yeah, I was like, what? Is Petroxy breaking up with you?
Also, what is Morty from?
Oh, he's the dad in Clueless.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Victor Garber was in it.
Oh my god, I love him.
It was good. It was star-studded. It wasn't bad, and I didn't not enjoy it. And it was short enough that it didn't bother me.
That's your thing. You like can't watch long stuff.
No, I'm sorry. In this day and age, you can't keep me off my phone for 2 hours. Also, was the friend who killed herself Rizzo from Glee? I mean, from Glee, from
That's
Grease.
funny. Oh, she might have been.
I think it was.
Oh, cool.
So I just thought I was really gonna like it, like these fabulous New Yorkers, and it just ended up being absolutely nothing of the sort.
Yeah, just because I'm not impressionable, so I wasn't impressed.
Also, Maggie Smith being like the socialite helping them out, that was
Oh,
funny.
I loved that.
'Cause she's like from The Crown, right?
Yeah, but like just the energy was just so frantic. I can't describe it in any other way. Like when they were going through the house and they were upstairs in the office and then they come down and everyone's like, woo!
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Get your shit together and get the fuck out of there. And you guys screaming when they're downstairs.
And slamming doors and running up the stairs with your heels on.
And then Diane Keane was just like, I just see her as like the thing outside of a
Blow up doll outside
like,
Parker
"Oh!"
stores. Yeah, she's so nuts. I have to like throw her onto the window washer thing. She was annoying me. Just the whole thing was like not it. Unfortunately, like I hate to say it, but it just wasn't it. But I did like the ending. Like it all culminated in a nice way. I loved when the daughter said to the dad from Seventh Heaven, who's also a child molester, like, "Hey, Dad, by the way, I'm a lesbian."
No,
a
that's
big
not,
one.
That's not what she said. She said, hey, daddy.
Ew!
She kept on calling him
Daddy.
Honestly, like the daughter was great because she like helped a lot, but like just the way that she talked, daddy, big lesbian.
Oh, also at the I liked how they had real like New York feminists or whatever, like
Yes, Gloria Steinem was
Gloria
there.
Steinem, Ivana Trump,
Yep.
because I guess she's like the
ultimate
face
first wife.
of scorned women. Yeah, exactly. She's the ultimate first wife. So it was cute. I didn't understand the singing thing. Like I just didn't get it, and I know I'm really going to disappoint a lot of people who absolutely loved it. But once again, I was not impressed. Maybe because I wasn't impressionable.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that.
But
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying I did. Maybe I just also was like not in the right headspace.
you know, by the way, I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just saying like it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But I didn't not enjoy sitting. I can't explain. It was all very weird.
Yeah,
And I've actually never seen Goldie Hawn in a movie before.
except for Snatched.
I never saw it.
Yeah,
I just know it was
she
bad.
also has that frantic energy, like, always.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever.
So our assignment for the weekend is going to be something a little bit longer instead of a movie. We're going to do a series again. Last week it was self-made, and this weekend Jackie made a good call to do Little Fires Everywhere because they released 3 episodes last week, 1 more this week. So maybe we could do it for the next few weeks.
Yeah, so we can like have a few episodes to watch. I'm gonna watch it anyway because I just finished the book.
There's 4
And
total
people
now.
are saying that the show is better than the book. Like I think the show is probably really good.
It is.
So I'm excited to watch it. So we'll watch as many episodes as there are.
You're gonna love Reese Witherspoon.
I know, but in the book, like in the beginning, like there are parts where I love her, but then ultimately, like I don't. I feel like all of these characters, whenever she like in Hello Sunshines and book into a movie, she always plays like the same exact kind of character, and like it's me. It's
Yes.
like someone who's like so
Together.
together, but like so internally not together.
Yeah.
And just like type A and just like always, I don't know, but I relate.
Yeah, she does have a very similar role to her role in Big Little Lies.
And it's the same as even in the other Leanne Moriarty book that we read, The Husband's Secret. Celia is Reese Witherspoon in Big Little Lies, and she's the exact same character.
So I hope you guys like that choice.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered last night.
I love it on a Thursday. I just have to say.
It was like honestly, I was watching them, made me so happy. Like
Same.
they are my happy place, and like I absolutely love them as a family. Like I love every single thing about them, from their head to their toes. Like, and it just I this week we were arguing a lot about Kim and like the Taylor Swift stuff, and it just confirmed that like these are my fucking people. Like I love this show so much. I love this family. Like I can't stress it enough.
I agree. I loved having them back on my screen. They were looking something. I was watching it in my living room, but I'm usually watching in my bedroom. But something about the skin and everything was just elevated. Like it was so saturated and beautiful. And it was like Kim when she first of all, her in Fashion Week was so exciting. I was like, I could have a Kim show 1 hour just Kim. Like her life is just so fabulous, and like seeing all the intricacies of dinner and Tristan, like it was just fabulous. And that outfit she wore to Milos, like that chainmail shirt and then her hair slicked back. I just thought that was like the most fabulous she's ever looked, and I was loving just watching her being a gal about town, you know?
Yeah.
And then we go back to New York, and we go back to LA, and we're basically in the last season. Like it's the same. We picked
Oh
up
my
right where we
God,
left off.
eyes rolled to the back of my head. But they're being even more transparent than they were last season. Like Chloe, literally, when Courtney's being a bitch, instead of saying in her confessional, like this is a show, she's saying to the crew, like, oh, I hope. By the way, the advice that she gave Courtney was such great advice.
Do a gratitude prayer before you wake up. It'll change your whole day. I loved it.
No, like I need to implement that in my life.
Every day.
Courtney is just so out of control. Like she has to go. She is going.
Right, so we were confused as to whether or not, when Courtney made the announcement, was that supposed to signify at the end of last season? But no, it's obviously clear that that announcement is coming,
Yeah,
but we haven't
and
seen
it
it
can't
yet.
come soon enough.
To be honest, like Courtney was bothering me so much because I was thinking, like Courtney probably is busy. Like she doesn't not do anything. Like she has Poosh or whatever, but we see all the time, like Kim, Courtney, Kylie, Kendall doing work, like the modeling, Kylie Cosmetics. We see Good American Shoots. We see all that. I don't really ever see Courtney actually working, and it's like they showed a day of her work, and they didn't even show the Architectural Digest thing. She just sat in glam. Like, what is her busy day?
No, but here's the thing. They showed up on her like only busy day where she was filming for the show and she was shooting Architectural Digest. She doesn't shoot Architectural Digest every day. So like, what about the other 6 days of the week?
This is like the second time she's done
this is like,
Architectural
I'm sure
Digest.
you guys have it. I have it sometimes where I have
A day.
busy day.
But just like what she was complaining about, like I can sympathize. I totally respect someone who wants to make a decision, regardless of what financial place they're in their life. If you choose to be a stay-at-home mom, like that is valid, and I totally agree with her on that. But her reasoning makes no sense. Like what she was complaining about was sitting in glam.
Yeah.
Who cares? You could breastfeed and you could be a mom in glam. Stay-at-home moms still get glam.
Or don't glam if you're like so anti-glam and just don't wear makeup.
You should.
Or
Or just
just
saying she didn't like her hair.
Or just do your own makeup. Like
Yeah.
we've seen her thing on Vogue, like she could do her own makeup. That would be fine too.
So I didn't understand like
Not
what
for
she.
Architectural Digest, but
Right.
for the show. I love when they're like more relatable and
Same.
toned down.
I just didn't understand what she was complaining about during last night's episode. And we're back again with the boundaries, the boundaries, the boundaries. And in the final scene, I did think that like Kim was being like just a shit starter with like what she said, because she said something shady and then said it again.
Right. Like she said something and she corrected herself, but then she explained the correction again and she didn't have to. Like she could have been like, Chloe and I worked this hard, but she like had to get the insult in again. But you know what? I feel like when you're Kim Kardashian, you're giving your whole fucking family a career, and one person is ungrateful, you can make those sorts of comments.
No, but also by the way, like your sisters, you can make those comments, but the reaction was so. It doesn't matter that Kim was the one who technically started this particular argument, because Courtney took it to a level, calling her fat, literally beating her up, getting physical, digging her nails into her arm. That I don't care what led up to that, you're wrong now. That's always how it happens.
You
You
know, but
escalate
also
it.
what Kim said, even though it was like shit starting and mean, like it wasn't incorrect, and Kourtney could have just like argued with her and said, no, I work hard, I go here and I go there. But
Like
she,
Kendall did.
right, and like I understood what Kim was. There's a level of work ethic, and like Kim and Khloe are above and beyond, like literally on another crazy level. Kendall is a very hard worker, but like Kim and Khloe, when they used to like go to everything, they used to go to Australia, they used to do Sears, they used to do meet and greets and
Quick
signatures,
trip.
and they would do anything. They hustled so fucking hard. They would do Kim and Kourtney take Miami, blah blah blah. Like yes, Kendall works hard and she has a very robust schedule and she's a model and she's hardworking, but like it all came like all these opportunities just happened. Like she never had to like spend almost 10 years just working and getting almost nowhere.
Right, and I feel like definitely Kendall works just as hard as them, but the ethic is different in the sense that Khloe and Kim do all their work for the sake of the family. Like they would have hopped on a plane for Kylie to go to Paris if it had made sense or if they were able to. Like Kendall and Kylie and Kourtney just float onto their dream jobs like without really putting in the initial foundation.
Kendall and Kylie were like just when they decided to start working, they were A-list with A-list opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Kim and Khloe, and at times Kourtney, worked themselves up from the Z list.
Yeah.
From Z to Y to X to all the way up to the A list.
They walked so Kendall and Kylie could run.
Right, and so Kendall and Kylie are running, but they don't have that walking ethic that Kim and Khloe have.
Yeah, but the shadiness.
And I don't know if Kylie and Kendall would have ever worked that hard to get to that place.
Well, we don't know because we didn't
I
have
don't
to.
know, I just said I don't know.
But the shadiness, like to me, like that's a conversation like she could have had civilly with Kendall, but the shadiness was obviously directed towards Kourtney because Kourtney was there for those years, but she's just like not doing it anymore. And I just find it interesting that now Kendall and Kylie are even, I know it's only the first episode, but they're much more integrated into the storyline than before, and I wonder if that has something to do with Kourtney's taking a step back.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Bon stuff, like, go. Like, it's not like she has to fly commercial. Like, you get on a plane and you go. Sorry, you have strep throat. I've had strep throat. I've had the worst strep throat. But a pack of prednisone can give you a few hours of energy. Like, go.
But she's going to the hospital next week, so it's more than that. I'm not going to say that she should go or not go, but again, like Kim and Khloe would go because like they're like
Who they are.
horses, like they will go. But like for Kylie, I feel like, and I hate to say this, but it's more of like an easy come, easy go sort of thing. Like she has $1 billion. Okay, maybe this is a multi-million-dollar deal, but you know what? She doesn't feel like she can go, and so she's not going to go.
Right, and the deal will generate many
The collection will
millions,
sell out.
whether or not she
And,
goes.
and I don't know if she should have gone or not, because you know what, to sacrifice your health just to walk in a runway show to promote a collection that's gonna sell, like, is it necessary? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's like, it's obviously, look how Chris is freaking out so much. It's obviously really important. It's not just like another collab. It's not the Jordan Woods makeup palette. It's really important. Their relationship with Olivier and Balmain is obviously really important because Chris is offering Kim Kardashian $400,000 and a jet, like, without a commission. Like, it's obviously important. So it's not just a regular
And you know, and I
work
do
thing.
think that, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, there was a missed moment, because when I think back on the Kylie Balmain collection, it just kind of, like, fell off the face of the earth.
It's irrelevant. It honestly is. And
Like,
it's
I think they
because-
sold what they made, but it wasn't an iconic moment at all.
Agreed, because she wasn't there.
Because she wasn't there and she didn't walk, and the makeup, like, it just, I remember even seeing the fashion show, and it was pretty meh, all of it was meh.
Yeah.
And now every once in a while she posts a Balmain bag on her Instagram, because that was probably baked into the deal or something she worked out, because she didn't be there, and like, the bags are meh, the whole thing is meh.
Yeah, I agree. I love how they film mostly at Chloe's house. Chloe's house is like my aesthetic. It is so light, so airy. Her outdoor furniture is like so, she has such a, like this huge property, but it feels so homey.
Cozy.
I love everything. Like, I think she's my favorite interior. Kourtney's vibe is like interesting, but it's not my personal vibe. Kim's, again, also very interesting, but I wouldn't want to live there. I love Khloe, and Chris copies, I think, Khloe the most. Like, it's the same, like, plush, rich, big, oversized vibe. Like, even that chair in Khloe's bedroom where they had the fight, where Kourtney and Khloe are sitting on the same, like, recliner. It's literally the size of a couch. Like, everything is just oversized and plush, and I love her house so much. Like, and I love that they filmed there. When they had that iconic fight in the media room last season where they're all eating the candy, that's Chloe's house. Like, it's just so delicious. Like, that's where I want to be quarantined.
Oh, for sure.
There's
For
a siren.
damn sure. There's a siren now, that means that, like, things are happening.
I think it means like it's time for us to stop this terrible live stream.
Oh, I agree.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we go live Monday through Friday.
Friday.
Monday through every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube right now, thank you for putting up with this bullshit. Please subscribe to us and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, Castbox, all the places. So wherever you listen to podcasts, find us, The Morning Toast. Leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. Next week, we are scheduled to go live at 12 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. So make sure, once again, you're following us on Instagram for all the updates at The Morning Toast. And subscribe to us on YouTube at The Morning Toast. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe. Stay home. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, those are the best things you can do, and definitely follow us on Instagram.
Oh, we need to get up and end it.
Oh,
Bye,
bye.
guys.